to AMiGo. Not yet a verb, but I hope that will change. This is Mark Stewart. This is the Daily Fire for June 26th. I would love to have to AMiGo relating to our new party take the same level of prominence as to primary, used when somebody challenges an office holder within their own party. Well, that's not a bad way to change over and get rid of some bad incumbents, but maybe a better way is to run with our party, the AMiGo Party, Americans for Minimal Government. We're on the ballot in Connecticut. I hope that'll expand. I'm the governor candidate for the AMiGo Party, but I most want an improved General Assembly. The people in the General Assembly that deserve to be primaried are those who don't read. Now, they all can read. What do I mean? I mean, they don't read legislation, that they let acts which have serious consequences get published through the legislature and get approved. And here come the bad consequences. This is micro. It right now seems to only affect one or two people, coaches of UConn football. That's Randy Edsall and his son Corey. Well, on their behalf, our House Speaker and others in the General Assembly managed to put in Public Act 18-195, a provision that removes the Ethics Board from the review process of state contracts in education. It might be beyond education. There's some very broad language that takes the Ethics Board out of the picture. And why is it in the picture for the Edsalls? Because here's an esteemed coach being hired back in 2017, bringing his son to be an assistant coach. And there's a nepotism policy that may make that not within the guidelines. They allowed the kid to coach, young man, I should say. They allowed him to coach and keep his $95,000 salary and first year. But then it's forever because of a General Assembly that was oblivious to something that got slipped in to Public Act 18-195. Oh, the act was about data storage. Okay, nothing to do with sports or state employees. Nothing to do with it. Everything to do with public servants in the General Assembly who don't read what's in front of them. Now, I'll excuse them somewhat. They might have too much in front of them. The government does too much. And amidst all these bills that fly at them in June and late May, they overlook things, but they shouldn't. I have no issue with the Edsalls, okay? Fine. Get what you can get paid. An extra 95 grand for a young person, a start at a college coaching career. Here's what's not fine. What's not fine is that our money has paid for this and our own legislators don't care. They don't change what they should have. Words have meaning in legislation. My job is going to be to scrutinize. As governor, if the General Assembly doesn't do it, we're going to have one Mark Stewart Greenstein. By the way, that's why we need an SAT coach in the governor's office. Okay, I've been doing this for 29 years. I'm protecting you in the General Assembly. I am. I'm protecting you from bad decisions in two ways. One, I promise in advance vetoes that I get wind of being bad. You don't have to vote on things that might be a little unseemly to you. How good is that? And you will never get a bill past me without a veto if it's omnibus, if it covers more than one thing. Okay, one item, one bill, no more than 2 pages. And that includes all the whereases at the beginning. Okay, if it's getting longer than 2 pages, it's too hard for people to follow, and it's almost certainly giving away stuff to undeserving entities. Legislators have been doing this over and over again. It's part of the log rolling process. It's going to end in 2019 if I'm governor. If I'm governor and a General Assembly person transgresses, I'll quietly work with her or him. If it happens a second time, I call him out. And at that point, that person should be primaried, okay? If you're of that party and really believe in someone from that party continuing, primary in the first opportunity. And if you think you're better off or democracy is better off with a third party in the mix, join the AMiGo party, run with us to get for a better government. As for the trustees of UConn, who could have avoided this in the first place, be more careful with your damn contracts, okay? And consider, in case the Edsels leave or you want to show them the door, I like them right now. How about some homegrown, real talent that people will play well for? How about Coach Eric Mangini, who led the Jets to a 10-7 record playoff win? How about Dwight Freeney, all-pro year after year from Bloomfield, Connecticut? Our kids will play ferociously for these guys. How about at UConn? And how about at General Assembly? Let's get responsible legislation, whether that's UConn, whether that's all the CCSU type sports, or whether it's all contracts that the state is going to pay for. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein. Thank you for listening.